Welcome, everybody. It is a great privilege to come back to Sri Lanka. The first time we set our foot on this beautiful country was in the year 1986. Since then, we have had a relationship of coming in and going out. But this time we come to you to stay with you and be a part of Sri Lanka for years to come. Let me start with a story. And I believe stories have the power to say what words fail to say sometimes when you talk about statistics and so. I'm going to talk about a story of an individual by name Isa. We have the permission to share his story with all of you. Isa is an Eritrean. We are going to talk about a story of resilience, a story about inspiring courage, a man who chose to leave his country because he wanted to not be under conscription, and he left on a journey which was full of challenges, which meant detention, diseases, and the journey he took with a lot of people. Some of them made it and some of them did not make it. And he was rescued in the Mediterranean by search and rescue team of MSF. And he felt very inspired by this thought of saving humanity and being part of the humanity. So today, Isa, after 9 years, is currently living in Belgium and is a part of a community health worker. And what he's doing is helping people in Belgium who have had such journeys. This is a beautiful story of a hope that a person with a lived experience has experienced, but the other side of it is we just heard yesterday, a couple of days back, that the ship we have to do the search and rescue in the Mediterranean, we have a detention for 60 days. The ship we chose to put in the sea because we knew that people were not willing to be on the land anymore because land did not feel safe to them. The challenges in the sea felt more safer. So since 2015, there has been 100,000 people who have been rescued through this search and rescue mission of MSF. But today we stand here with a detention order of 60 days. So for coming 60 days, we do not know how many lives will be lost at the sea. Why do I tell all of this to you? Because I believe we have come together today to keep humanity alive. It's a very tall order to ask that are we responsible to uphold humanity? But why not? Each one of us are humans and we have a role to play. I'm going to be very diverse in what I'm going to share with you. A lot of it is not something that you must not have heard one way or the other. Today, the month of August has been one of the many challenging months that we have seen in the last couple of years. This month, unfortunately, has many milestones. And I'm going to read a few of them to you. We are talking about 1,076 days of ban on girl education from attending secondary school in Afghanistan. We are talking about a brutal war that is in Sudan for 500 days now. We're talking about this is the month that marks 7 years of Rohingya Exodus. We're talking about another war which is forgotten on and off, the war between Russia and Ukraine for 900 days. And we are talking about Gaza, which is more than 300 days going through an extreme conflict that is live streamed, and I do not need to describe it to you. I'm just worried we will get comfortable because we'll get used to these anniversaries, milestones, marks, and that is what we don't want to do. We don't want to get comfortable because these are not statistics. These are sufferings of individuals for 500 days. Imagine in Sudan, we are talking about 10 million people displaced by a war where there is no respite for the people who are caught in between. So what has that to do with this day? Because what we want to do is we recognize that a large part of what I talk about, more and more it's getting invisible to the world. The fatigue of seeing images from all over the world, the number of crises that face us daily, in our face. And also because what we are looking at this stage is that we have misery everywhere. So we want respite. We don't want to see these pictures beamed at us all the time. But this event and events like this, conversations like this, dialogue like this is meant to bring visibility to all those forgotten conflicts, those invisible emergencies that we are all seeing around the world. And that could be also something in our backyard, which is something that we may know, but we choose to not see anymore. Within this invisible or forgotten conflicts, we have a further layer of invisibility of the half humanity. We are talking about 3.9 billion women around the world who are, many of them are caught between the crossfire. They are the ones who are at the receiving end of what is happening. They are the ones who are not in charge of their destiny. There are policies, there are projects that are designed by the other half of the humanity for this half. So today's focus is deliberately on women. And it is on women because we want to talk about how we women see it through our eyes. So you will see a large majority of the panelists deliberately chosen to be that invisible half of the humanity. Women are proportionally impacted around the world. And it's not today. It's been for centuries altogether. If some of us remember Rwanda genocide, we know that in the first 100 days, there were approximately between 100,000 and 250,000 women were raped. So after the genocide, what was left, that 70% of the population were women. And if we look back today at that country, 67% of the governing roles are with women, and a country that is on the path of healing and recovery. So that is the power of women if they are included in decision making and they are a part of how things are designed for them. Here I stand in front of you as a part of a 53-year-old organization, which means that through these 53 years, we do have some agency and privilege. And what we want to do is we want to extend that agency and privilege to civil society in South Asia, to focus on areas that concern humanity beyond borders. The last bit, everybody keeps on asking, but you are a medical organization. You are supposed to be treating patients. Why are you holding such space? We hold such space because this is one of our ways of bearing witness, but not alone with all of you. We have been a solo player in a global humanitarian space for many, many years, but we also recognize that we are just a small part of this ecosystem. We need all of you to bring the meaningful change we are talking about. So alone, we can walk a mile. Together, we can walk a lot. The last bit of it, I am between a very good speaker and all of you. I know you are looking forward to waiting to hear Dr. Radhika Kumaraswamy. I would really invite all of you to engage not only with us, but with each other, because the day is meant to initiate and also keep on continuing a dialogue which we started last year with this Health and Humanity Summit. Thank you very much.